Hi Leo, how are you doing today? I'm doing a spread for you guys of 6 cards for the waxing crescent moon phase. This one's pretty interesting because previously you'll make your intentions known and then tell you to wait a little bit and then start out on your manifestations and trying to make those things come to fruition for you. Now, this is going to be a phase of the moon that I've got a spread for that will help you understand that more and help you know where to start and if there are any things around you that you can use. It's just a really good general reading, so keep that in mind. It is general though, so if it doesn't resonate with you guys, don't fit it in. Just take what does and leave what doesn't. Check your other signs out, and here we go. For position number one, this is going to be what your talents are and what parts of yourself will be called upon that are needed to make your intentions manifest, and what can you give to the situation to help it out. And I pulled in this position the Emperor for you, which represents Aries energy, also Mars, the law of civilization, all those different good things. Honestly, what you're going to need right now, it represents control and power, order, organization, will over nature, and discipline. And that's what it's going to take for you, Leo, because I know you're very energetic and center of attention. You might have to buckle down a little bit and actually get some control over everything, realize your power, grab some order and do some organization. Maybe you need to organize some things in your life, maybe your room, maybe your bathroom, maybe your car, maybe your files, maybe your computer files, who knows, but organize something because it'll make you feel better. You'll feel like your shit's together. That's kind of how I feel like it's coming across. You're going to need that for whatever it is that you're trying to do. In the second position, then this is going to be basically your environment, what's surrounding you in your environment regarding this task and how is it influencing your intentions. Basically, I got the Hanged Man. I got it in reverse. And in reverse, it can represent being impulsive, refusing to surrender, stubborn attitudes, unwanted advances, but people trying to get your attention that you don't really want, things like that. So I think around you, you're being distracted. I think your environment is distracting for you right now, and it's not helping you at all. You're kind of rushing through things. You're nervous. Like I said, you need to get some things organized around the home. Maybe that'll help your situation a little bit until you can be in a different situation. But I feel that you are around people that are stubborn and not helpful, and they're not going to help you realize what your talents are. But for your third card, these are going to be your resources. What's available to you? What can help you achieve your intentions that you'd set? And I actually pulled right here the Two of Wands, but I pulled this in reverse as well. In reverse, it's a fear of change, lack of planning, being held back, self doubt, indecisiveness. You guess surrendering or sudden, or I guess leaving and returning and things like that. It's not consistency, but in your resources that might be able to help you out somehow. You can look and see where being inconsistent for once might be in your benefit if it has to do with your environment. You may need to not take care of somebody for once when they expect you to all the time. Kind of set a motion of different things in path and in light. Maybe that would be something good for you to do. Because when the card is upright, it actually does mean planning and progress, direction, and expansion. So it's definitely along the lines of this reading for you. But it does represent the second that we give direction to a creative impulse that we have. You know what I mean? So I feel like whatever you're feeling in your head or your brain or you're thinking about, that might be your resource. That's your key. Now, don't take it like exactly that's your key. Sometimes the things that you do for other people, they expect you to do it, so you need to not do it, okay? Take that how it resonates with you. You know if you're giving too much to somebody and it's one-sided. You know that if it's not, then it's not, that message wasn't for you apparently. All right, card 4. This is going to be what can't change. What things will remain the same no matter what you do. What you have no power over, what, the good Lord above, or however you want to call it, is, driving that train. There's nothing you can do about it, okay? You have no power to influence this. What card did I draw for you? All right, Leo, I got the Princess of Cups, which would be like the Page of Cups. Basically, what you can't change is irrational, naive behavior. This represents fantasy, kindness, self-exploration, intuition, no drama, really gentle demeanor, you know what I mean? So this is how you are and you can't change. You can't change that you are kind and that you have intuitive things that you know about that may upset other people because you call them out on their shit about it and they don't know how you know and they just assume you're lying and things like that when you can't tell them who told you something. Um, I believe that does cause a lot of fights for you guys. I kind of understand that. But I feel like you can't change the fact that that's who you are. You're full of fantasy. You love living in your head. You love being creative and dramatic sometimes. You like to be the center of attention when it's called for. Not always, because you've got that other side of you that kind of withdraws back and kind of looks at yourself because you're not. I want to say you can be irrational and naive, but I don't think you're being naive in this situation. I think you've long learned the bullshit of this other person by now. And I think that you figured out the cycles and you know what to do. But you can't change anything. You can't change how you are. You can't change that you're gentle and you're kind. You should never try to. But, that's what they're saying. There's nothing you can do about that. Don't try to be someone different. Be who you are. Do not change for this other person, okay? Be who you are, because this person's not for you. And position number 5, it goes, what must change? This is the position that in order to attain your attentions, what must you change? The Knight of Coins in reverse. Lack of common sense. Not responsible. Managing your expectations. You feel stuck. Wow. That obviously is what exactly the situation is right now, isn't it? Exactly. You are smarter than that, but you feel like you haven't got any sense right now. Your brain's all over the place. You can't help that you know things. You want out. You don't know what to do. You don't know how to start the situation. You don't know how to move. You feel stuck. But that has to change. Remember, the Hanged Man, when I pulled it in position 2, was talking about surrendering. Or you refusing to surrender. You have a stubborn attitude. Okay, stop that. Stop that when it comes to you. Do that when it comes to the other person. Okay? Switch it. Switch it around. That's what you got to do, Leo. So you got to change that attitude. You've got to change that towards yourself. Take responsibility for the situation what things you've done to yourself, what you've done to put yourself in that situation. Acknowledge it so you don't do it again. Don't beat yourself up over it, but know it so you don't repeat it. There's a difference. Don't know it to beat yourself up over it. Know it to keep it from happening again. Then it was worth going through, okay? Even though it sucks, life sucks either way. At least learn something from it so you can move on to a different lesson. You've got to actually start using your common sense a little bit more. Stop being so far in your head all the time, boo, and get out and look at the real world for what it is. Stop being blinded to this person's bullshit and move. Okay? You need to move. That's what I'm getting. Just move. I don't know why I'm getting that. Move. All right, Lord. Position number 6 is going to be your outcome. How will the sum of all these influences come together from the past 5 cards we've drawn, okay? What is the sum of all the influences first? That would be kind of good to know, wouldn't it? All right. Wow. 8 of Swords is the outcome here. Uncontrolled thoughts, fruitless thinking, minds running circles, anxiety, so active that it's working against yourself, actually. You're over-stressing, over-analyzing to the point where you don't believe yourself. You're gaslighting yourself, pretty much. You got interference going on there. I don't know if it's from somebody else or if it's because I didn't pull any extra energies, or if it's just from you in your own head, interfering with your own heart. Because, Leo, you're all heart, but it's fiery heart, so you're not going to be taken advantage of. So you do have some restless nature, but, you don't corner a lion. That'd be dumb. But what I'm getting from this is that's the sum. That is the sum pretty much of everything that I just read. I can't even talk right now because I'm getting ahead of myself. Forgive me. The upside down cards in the reverse and the different things that I'm getting here about the choices and the planning and the progress and the direction and, that you can't help that you're, kind and things like that. I do honestly look at all of these together and see that you're stuck in the situation that you're going to have to use your control. You're going to have to control yourself. Grab power over yourself for once. Love yourself enough. Understand you can still be kind to this person. Get out of the situation. Take your plan. You need to plan this out. It's not going to be easy. I feel like you're going to have a hard time, but you can do it. If anybody can do it, you can do it. You have intuition. You know what's going on. No, my daughter's writing me about dinner. She said sushi. I guess it sounds like we're eating for dinner. Anyways, forgive me. Anyways, you got to remember you're being impulsive sometimes and you're refusing to surrender. Sometimes you are in the wrong, but this time you're not. Don't do anything rash without making plans. Get out of that situation. Do what you've got to do. Don't overanalyze like you always do. Stop letting everything else interfere. Stop working against everything and, go in within yourself. Meditate. Do some self-love time. Waxing Crescent Moon. This is a great spread for you. Maybe you can this comes to light for somebody. If this isn't for you, then maybe you know somebody that's going through it. But check your signs. You've got a sun, a moon, a rising sign. Check your Mercury too for some reason. Because that's the communication, and you may be struggling in the communication department. that'll help you realize what you can do better depending on what your placement is and what signs, what planets, things like that. So look into that, you guys. Okay, have a wonderful one, and I'll talk to you later. Bye, Leo.